Good morning. Saturday morning, June 27th, we are opening up the CardioRisk appointments with Bob McDowell here, who I'm going to be introducing in just a quick moment. But we have appointments booked on Friday, June 26th. We have a few time slots still available if you'd like to get in on Friday. But Bob just made me aware that we can also start booking for Saturday morning. So if that works better for your schedule, give us a call at TapRoots at 434-944-6850 to get on the schedule before it fills up. I asked Bob to join us this morning to share a little bit more about exactly what a CIMT scan is. So let me introduce you to Bob McDowell, CIMT Specialist with CardioRisk Laboratories. Welcome, Bob. Thanks for joining us today.
Good morning, Carrie. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Can you tell our viewers what is a CIMT scan and how is it different from routine testing?
Okay, a CIMT study stands for Carotid Intimal Medial Thickness Test. Your artery has three different layers to it, and two of those layers are prone to inflammation. When that inflammation occurs, that becomes the breeding ground for developing cardiovascular disease or plaque buildup. That is the very first stage. That is actually the nursery, if you will, where it all starts and begins. So what we're able to do, and what we mainly focus on, is measuring that wall thickness. And if it's out of normal range, that indicates you have inflammation. Then there becomes the breeding ground for developing plaque. That's where it starts. And then we also look at soft plaque, which is what the leading cause of death when someone has a sudden heart attack. That soft plaque is what ruptures and what ultimately leads to death. Where most traditional studies, if you go to a doctor's office, they're looking more at plaque that builds up to over 50% of the diameter of the artery. And mainly the reason they do that is because insurance companies aren't going to pay unless it's what we call hemodynamically significant, which means the flow velocity in the artery have become narrow to the point where the velocity increases.
Okay, and so what got you into traveling around and offering these tests?
Well, I've been a vascular tech for 30 years, and a large part of that I was working on what I like to call the sick care side, mainly for the reason I described. Insurance companies really don't want to pay for tests until you become symptomatic, ergo being sick. So after doing that for probably 27 years, I got out, away from it for a little bit, just got tired of it, got back in, found CardioRisk Laboratories. It was more on the healthcare or preventative side. And I found that a lot more helpful to people, do feel like I do a lot more good. And it's just, again, feel like I'm helping people more on this side than I was on the other side.
Yes, so what are some of the most common questions you're getting from customers who are interested in, or patients who are interested in booking a scan with you who have never done this before?
Well, what is the CIMT is one of them, but usually when they've signed up, they already kind of have a fairly good idea what that is. But one of the questions is, oh, I just had a calcium test score. How is this different? And a calcium test score will identify plaque that's already calcified. And the calcification is the last step in the maturity or development of plaque. It goes through the development to the intimal wall, soft, and then it becomes more simple way, it's more colored inside instead of dark, and then becomes calcified. Calcium test scores will pick up the calcification, but they totally miss the soft plaque, which is what kills most people when they have a sudden heart attack.
And so that soft plaque is what is a big differentiation between the test you're doing and the routine testing.
Correct. And soft plaque, if you think of kind of, may sound a little gross, but think of it as like having a zit on your face. That stuff that's inside uh, on a pimple or zit on your face is kind of like what's in the artery. When that stuff comes out, that's what causes a blood clot and end up killing you, blocks the artery in your heart or in your brain. You have a stroke. And so it's that stuff that's inside the soft plaque that breaks open and comes
So
out.
after this test, what happens? Before the person gets their report back.
All right, once you have the test only takes about 15 minutes. There's no disrobing, no pain. It just you lay down, scan both sides of your neck of your carotid arteries. The test goes to our lab. We got proprietary software that measures it. We'll take the equipment. I've never seen it, but it takes, from what I understand, 1 centimeter length of that intimal wall, and we'll take 600 slices of it, measure it all out, and then give you the average of what the thickness is. We're not by our own volition, but we're considered the gold standard in the industry. And then you get the test results back. It gives you your arterial age, the probability of having a heart attack within the next 10 years. There's all kinds of information that comes out of that.
Okay, and if a person doesn't have a cardiologist currently and they see some risk on their report, is there a virtual cardiologist that is included in the price?
Yes, there is. I believe it's a 15-minute consult you can get, and if you want to pay for an upgrade or pay for one, you can do a FaceTime. I think it's up to an hour with a cardiologist.
Okay, great. And these tests normally run $249 at TapRoots. You can book it with us for $219. Bob will be with us Friday, June 26th and Saturday, June 27th. And like he said, it's just a quick 15-minute appointment that's non-invasive. Any other questions that you can think of that are frequently asked?
Let's see. I'm sure I'm not coming to them right on top of my
I know.
head. This is
I
the person
think
I've
you've
been
covered
interviewing.
most of
So
what
with the
people have
questions you
been
get,
asking us.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, one other question I get is they'll go to their doctor. They'll say, I want to have this test. Can you offer it? Because it is preventative. Insurance companies don't cover it, and sadly, a lot of cardiologists, their go-to answer is, "No, just let me give you a statin." So I do get patients that come in for our screenings with that frustration, and then it's like, so what do I do with my results when I get them back? Is you can take them to your cardiologist if they won and they see the value in it. That's great. If not, then I guess one thing I do is maybe look at getting a cardiologist that aligns more with you wanting to be in the preventative health realm or approach than reactive.
Right. It's my understanding that you normally offer these tests at doctor's offices, and we're the first health and wellness shop that you'll be visiting and
That is
offering
correct.
this.
That is
It's
correct. Yeah,
exciting.
our main focus has always been on the physician side, and most of our doctors are functional medicine doctors, MD, VIP doctors that are in the field of being preventative health. So yeah, you're one of the first ones we've branched out into more of the, I don't know if you want to say retail aspect or opening up more to places that are
Health and wellness
preventative.
conscious.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah,
Yes. Okay. Well, I appreciate you being with us here today, Bob. We look forward to meeting you in person this Friday, and we'll see you then.
I'm looking forward to it, Carrie.
Thank you.
Thank you.